Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of DC updates for you today, including CW shows that are starting filming today, and an animated Batman film is available now. Titans and Stargirl. When will they be released on HBO Max? Ray Fisher has an update on the investigation of Joss Whedon and Geoff Johns. And then there are some rumors. Apparently, there's going to be a new villain appearing in the Black Adam film. And is Warner Brothers interested in a new film that revolves Harley Quinn? Also, two new films apparently is still in development. But before all that, I have to thank the members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you so much for joining. You guys and girls are the lifeline of the Ping Pong Flix Show. I have to wholeheartedly thank you for supporting my channel. I also have to thank all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel and continuing to subscribe to my channel and watching daily for DC content of movies, shows, and video games. Like I said, once we reach 15,000 subscribers, there will be a random prize drawing of awesome DC merchandise. And also for the members as well. Once we reach 100 members, there will also be a random prize drawing for members only. Now on with the news. First news of the day is Supergirl Season 6 apparently started filming today. This is coming from Hollywood North Buzz. Suit up, mask up, Supergirl started filming its final season in Vancouver today after a 2-week delay. Melissa Benoist will join Season 6 after her maternity leave. So that is excellent news. Looks like it's going to production right on time, and I think they'll still be able to make the 2021 release of Season 6 of Supergirl. Supergirl's cousin, Superman, has not started filming yet, but they have been doing a lot of building their sets in order to start shooting. This is coming from Superman and Lois updates. The Vancouver Sun newsroom apparently is being turned into the Daily Planet for Superman and Lois. This person, Rob Shaw, says, "All right, Twitter, I've never asked you for anything before, but I've just learned stupendous news. My Vancouver Sun newsroom is being turned into the Daily Planet to film the new Superman and Lois. Someone must be able to hook me up to get me a background spot on a scene. Come on." So it's great news to see that the Vancouver area is getting just a lot of that attention and a lot of that business now for entertainment business. And of course, authenticity, it will definitely look like something like the Daily Planet. Now, a new Batman animated movie has just released today, and I think you should be excited to go check it out. I will, and I'll also have a review coming up later this week. But that is Batman Death in the Family is available now. What comes next is up to you. Own Batman Death in the Family on digital and the interactive movie on Blu-ray now. And for those you don't know, this is very similar to back in the day when you get to call in a number to whether or not Jason Todd lives or dies. And it looks like there's only 2 options for this movie, but I've yet to see. I want to watch and check it out to see if there's any more options, any more interactivity I can provide, can be done in this film in order to change the storyline. But for now, I think it's just 2, which is okay. I think I would love to see both sides of that. I imagine one side will be very much like the comics, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Batman Death in the Family is available now. Now, HBO Max is getting plenty of content, but there's always going to be more DC content coming over to that platform. One of them, of course, is Zack Snyder's Justice League next year, and I'm hearing that they're starting to shoot next week, so that's awesome. I can't wait to see some shots of that. Hopefully Zack Snyder will put it up on Vero, but we can always expect to see more DC properties going over to HBO Max, and these 2 properties are going to be over there. The first one is Titans. Titans season 1 and 2 will release on HBO Max on November 1st, and also Stargirl season 1 will release on HBO Max on December 1st. I never got to catch Stargirl, and actually I was hoping to catch Stargirl, and now I guess I can, starting on December 1st. Geoff Johns and Joss Whedon are seemingly under investigation by Warner Media because of the situation and the reshoots of Justice League. Ray Fisher tweeted this out today as an update on that matter. He said this: "What complicates the situation with Joss Whedon and Geoff Johns is that appropriate action wasn't taken with them in real time. As a result, they were allowed to spread to Warner Brother Pictures' sister companies. It's a tricky knot, but we will to untie it. Accountability over entertainment." It sounds like the Warner Media investigation is still going on, and that hasn't really not too much updates on that. Geoff Johns has projects over on the Warner Media side as well, including on HBO Max. Joss Whedon also has a project that's coming to HBO Max as well. So it looks like they've left in a way Warner Brothers, but they're still in the Warner Media group in terms of having contracts and projects that they have to do. Both CEOs of Warner Media and Warner Brothers have said that if anything has been found in accordance to abuse, then they definitely will cut ties to individuals, regardless of any contracts or any projects that are at stake. So hopefully that means that Warner Media will do a thorough investigation and will find out if any of these party members will be held accountable. Now on to the movies. Black Adam is one of the films that I am actually very much looking forward to. I'm very sad that it's undated at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to the heroes. I want to see who plays Cyclone. I want to see who plays Dr. Fate. And I want to know if Henry Cavill can at least come back in that movie so we can see him again in the red and blue, please, and have him fight and duke it out with Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. But I'm also curious, since Dwayne Johnson has always talked about Black Adam being the anti-hero, actually, it does call to mind that maybe he's not really a true villain. What if there is another villain within this story? And this is actually coming from DCEU Direct. This is a big rumor, by the way, but they are calling exclusive on this. Apparently, a villain by the name of Eclipso will appear in Black Adam. Direct has exclusively learned that the DC supervillain Eclipso will make his DCEU debut in Black Adam. Sources indicate that the character will be used to help imprison Black Adam in the film. Some fans may be unaware of Eclipso, including myself, being quite a relatively obscure character to the typical viewer. The character is somewhat of a sorcerer, possessing a vast array of magical powers. Eclipso is a frequent adversary of the Justice Society of America, with the mantle being held by different characters at various points. This leads to a few possibilities for how he will be incorporated in the film. In the original teaser, Black Adam mentions that he's imprisoned for his crimes, which is paired with imagery of the wizard Shazam electrifying the villain. The direct usage of the term imprisoned could suggest that this is the point that Eclipso is introduced, retooling the character to exist in the BC time period to aid Shazam. Alternately, Eclipso could be featured in his traditional role as the Justice Society villain. This may force the Justice Society's hand to ask the supervillain for help, leaving them with no choice but to get Eclipso to seal Black Adam at the end of the film. And apparently, Eclipso seems to have been teased previously in a concept art for Black Adam with the inclusion of the Heart of Darkness. In the comics, the Heart of Darkness is an item that Eclipso's soul is bound inside of. In the teaser, the item is seen floating next to Black Adam prior to him returning in the present day. Perhaps Eclipso is the reason for Black Adam's escape in addition to his imprisonment, cutting a deal with Adam to benefit both parties somehow. The inclusion of Eclipso is interesting, considering that the character has been confirmed to appear in the second season of Stargirl after initial season finale tease. This demonstrates that DC continues to not be worried about having multiple incarnations on the silver and small screen at the same time. Now, that is an interesting concept indeed, as I've even talked about that a little bit, how it seems like with this whole multiverse idea, they aren't worried about the same incarnation in different universes, and like having Grant Gustin's Flash and Ezra Miller's Flash. Yes, Ezra Miller wasn't called Flash in Justice League, so there may be a merit to that. And yeah, they've done that before in terms of having Smallville and Superman Returns. But then again, Clark wasn't called Superman in Smallville. He was called the Blur. So, I mean, there are maybe situations where that may be the case where they don't want to have the same Batman. But now with the multiverse idea, I think it's more likely that it's not the case, although marketing could be kind of a messy. But with the multiverse idea, I don't think that's much of a problem. But looks like there's still people out there, including some scoopers and things like that, who are still thinking that that may be the case, and they could be right. I have no idea what their plans are for certain characters, but looks like if this is true, then Eclipse will appear in DC's Black Adam along with season 2 of Stargirl, and it seems like they might not mind. Now, another big rumor that actually came out yesterday, but I've picked it up today, and this is coming from a scooper, Daniel RPK, or Daniel Rickman. He has a Patreon page that he posts a lot of these things that he's heard in the industry for paying Patreons. But actually, some other sites and other people have posted it publicly, so that's where I actually saw it. But apparently, yesterday, the scooper Daniel RPK said on his Patreon that Warner Bros. Is interested again in a solo Joker film with Harley Quinn. Is Warner Brothers really interested in another Joker and Harley Quinn movie? Now, I don't know if this is connected to that 2017 film that they actually announced back on the Hollywood Reporter, in which the creators of Crazy Stupid Love was going to make a Joker Harley Quinn film, kind of like Mad Love, if you will. I don't know if that's the same movie or if it's going to be something different. Daniel just said, without any context whatsoever, is that Warner Brothers interested in a Joker film with Harley Quinn. And it also doesn't explain much if it's Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. Is it Jared Leto Joker? Is this a new incarnation? Is this new characters? Is it new actors and actresses playing them? No context whatsoever, just that there is an idea, that there is talk that Warner Brothers is having discussions again of a Joker and Harley Quinn film. But that's not all. Casey Comics Kid, who is also a scooper in industry, had also said this in regards to my tweet. He said, lots of discussion are being had, but little movement, as I mentioned yesterday. Warner Brothers DC films are pretty booked until 2024, 2025. And that's what's been announced, including New Gods and Green Lantern Corps. Anything new is looking at late 2025, 2026. And as we know, so much can change before then, which is true. This was announced in 2017, and we're still talking about how they're still discussing about this movie, even though they announced back then there's a writer, there's probably the directors, the creators of Crazy Stupid Love, we're going to do this, and we're in 2020, and now they're just having discussions of Joker and Harley again. How crazy is this? And Warner Brothers DC films can't really nail things down that quickly. But what I find interesting is about this, and I even saw this yesterday, but that Casey here is really adamant that the New Gods and Green Lantern Corps are still in development. As we know that Ava DuVernay is in charge of the New Gods, there hasn't been much movement other than they're writing scripts and they're turning in scripts. And also Geoff Johns is involved with the Green Lantern Corps movie. Now, the Green Lantern Corps movie makes a lot of sense because we know that the Green Lantern HBO Max series involves all the different Green Lantern characters except the three popular ones, which is Hal Jordan, John Stewart, and Kyle Rayner. So that would actually mean to me and to a lot of people is that they're reserving those characters for a movie, something bigger. And so it does make sense that the Green Lantern Corps movie is going to be put out this way. Also, the New Gods that's still in development, apparently in discussions, is also pretty relevant as well. And it does go to show you that all these delays has pushed back all these discussions, these announcements, because the last movie that is undated as of right now is Black Adam, and that is 2023. So by the next time the next movie should be announced, that movie's not going to come out till 2024, then 2025, then 2026. So all of these movies, I think, are being at a conference table right now, and they're talking about which movie should we put out after Black Adam. That's the timeline. They're not going to push something back farther out. I think they were ready to start shooting Black Adam as of the summer of this year. They were ready to shoot Shazam 2. So those are green. Those are ready to go in production. These other ones, Green Lantern Corps, New Gods, possibly even the Supergirl movie. Supergirl movie could be in talks once again. If I kind of think back about the talks here with people in the industry, when they're saying that they don't usually have that same character introduced multiple mediums like Eclipso, where they kind of, even DCU Direct said that's strange that would happen. Now, I get it. The Justice League movie that's coming out in 2021, or the miniseries rather, Zack Snyder's one, is kind of a different animal in which they actually are, actually getting that released and calling it an Elseworlds, where Zack Snyder calls it an Elseworlds and things like that. And that's going to be its own thing. That's like, yeah, that's this own thing. Don't worry about that. Joker, they even said, yeah, that's its own thing. Don't worry about that. But I've always considered that sometimes they like to do that. In terms of Gotham, they don't call him Batman. They only can call him Bruce Wayne, but that means that it allows like Ben Affleck to be Batman during that time in Justice League. Superman Returns, they had Smallville, but like I said before, Clark Kent wasn't called Superman in that. They called him the Blur. Ugh. And so that actually does happen once in a while. They even, even the CW series, they always say, that guy in Gotham or something. They never actually say Batman. They never actually say Superman unless they are utilizing Superman. And because we're not going to get a Superman solo film anytime soon, specifically like maybe 2024, 2025, and he may be just being cameoed in Black Adam and Shazam 2, which is a little farther out. I think that's why CW is okay to utilize Superman and Lois for the CW series in the meantime. But that also comes to question, well, what about Supergirl? Now, when Supergirl left, Supergirl is final season 6, which is next year. Does that open up discussions that in order to keep this character in the public mind, we should have something else for her, another project for Supergirl? Now, I'm still thinking that she could still probably appear in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but there's also a big possibility that there may be talks of a Supergirl movie again. Like the Joker and Harley developments that are talks are coming back again, New Gods, Green Lantern Corps still in development, then does that mean Batgirl and the Supergirl film that they were talking about doing is still in development as well? And that would give me great reason to believe, not only because Melissa probably wants to spend her time with her kid and so on and so forth, but that gives them an opportunity, says, hey, Supergirl's last season is coming up. We're going to need another Supergirl project. So let's get back to that movie plans that we were thinking about years ago. So I'm thinking this could be a reason why there could be a Supergirl movie coming out. And honestly, if Henry Cavill is really doing like cameo roles right now with not his own solo film, and if he's allowed to do that, even though there's a Superman Lois TV series out on CW, more actual cameos for him, including this Supergirl. He could possibly be in this one as well. I hope. It's better than nothing. All right, that was quite a bit for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of DC content in movies, shows, and games, please click the like button. Hit that subscribe. The subscribe button right there. And ring that notification bell. And keep this hot dog light on. And I'll see you next time.